in preparation for this, about a month ago, I pulled Tom King's run off the shelf and started to read through it. And I was about 2 or 3 issues into it when I was like, wait a second, that's a vision construct. This might not be what that is. So I shifted over to the House of M. And, you mentioned the commercials, and they strike me as references pulled from Wanda's psyche. Like, am I to view this as the MCU's House of M in some way?
I think you're to view it as all the above. I mean, what's amazing, what's the great honor and privilege of working at Marvel Studios is being able to have the greatest, long-running fictional universe in the comics at our disposal as inspiration for our shows and our movies. Both of those things, along with many others, as it relates to Wanda and Vision in particular, are inspiration. You're right. The Visions was about vision and was about a family of androids in the suburbs. But those comic covers in particular were very much the inspiration that led us to connecting this sort of childhood unhealthy, I don't know if it was unhealthy, but psychological comfort that I found from sitcoms in my youth and still do today on MeTV, when I can't sleep at night, and Wanda and Vision and continuing and evolving their story. There were those covers of Vision standing in a suburban doorway with a white picket fence and a mailbox with the Visions on it that was the spark for that. And there are a few other things that we pull from that run as well. But as is always the case, it's very collaborative, and a melting pot is inspired from many runs.
We just don't know what to expect.
Are you sad that Tony's not going to get a chance to meet Reed on screen?
Am I sad that Tony's not going to be? Yes. I mean, there's you as the comics always have done, you inherit the continuity that is the point in time that you're about to tell a new story, and that's where we are. So yes, I spend more time thinking about being excited about seeing things than I do sad about not seeing things.
We can't reverse death, no matter how sad it makes us.
Kevin, I'm not afraid to admit that I sit here and every once in a while rewatch on the internet the audience reactions to the Portals scene in Endgame. And I cry. I cry every single time. And I just want to know how many times you personally got to go into a theater and watch that with a crowd.
I think it was 2 or 3 times.
Okay.
There's no time like the first. And there was the first one where it was Trin and I, Joe and Anth, Alan Silvestri, Jeff Ford, at the Village Theater in Westwood.
Right.
On opening night, or maybe the Thursday, I don't remember. It was the Thursday. And that was, I don't know that will ever be topped in any of our lives. It was remarkable. So I've seen those videos. Joe has sent them around. Joe may have recorded 1 or 2 of those himself. And share them with us occasionally as they pop up online. And it's good, especially spending almost a year alone, all of us in our homes, feeling that again. That's where I get emotional, is the experience of being in an audience, sharing an experience with a bunch of strangers, a positive experience with a bunch of strangers again, which is what was always meaningful to me as a fan, as an audience member primarily, but also as a filmmaker.
Captain Sam, can you hear me? On your left.